So the thing is, I fell so deep, and yeah, it happened really fast. Basically, within a few months, I was in a really good position. I was working for a life coach, and I was making really good money doing video editing. But I think I got way too ahead of myself, and I told myself, I don't want to do video editing, you know, I'm better than that and I deserve more. But honestly, when I look at myself now, you know, I don't really have any like valuable skills, because yeah, I'm not really educated. I didn't really accomplish anything, get any degrees. So in the sense that I'm not like formally educated, I guess I would call it. And yes, I traveled to many places, and I had like amazing experiences, especially with women, because I did day game for a long time. So I'm good in social situations, and yes, I can edit videos and I can write and I can create websites, but there's not like one thing that I'm really good at. I'm like a guy that knows a lot of things but is not really specific with something. He doesn't really know one thing really well, and this makes me feel really insecure, because when it comes to searching for a job or doing something in the world so I can get paid, you know, I go between all of these skills that I have, because I'm not really like solid in one area. I'm good at many things, but this is really shitty because it makes you feel really insecure, because when you're offering your services, you're not like a professional, you're just a guy that kind of knows how to do something. And yeah, basically I was working for a life coach for the past year or so, and then I got a girlfriend and I fell off a little bit, and I know that it was due because it happened because like I didn't really enjoy the work, because I was editing videos most of the time and doing stuff on the computer, and I don't like doing stuff on the computer. I like being out in the real world and like interacting with people and yeah, learning new stuff. So I guess to me that job was like really shitty, but I was getting paid really good, and I got too ahead of myself, and I said, no, fuck this job, you know. Yeah, I might get paid really well, but I just don't enjoy the work, and I don't want to do this anymore. And I thought that maybe I will get a better job, and what happened was I fell off and I started worrying about money, and that really fucked me up in the head, like psychologically, because I was like, where am I gonna sleep, how am I gonna pay for this? And then I had to ask my mother for money. And yeah, now I'm back at my grandma's where I don't have to pay rent, and obviously she gives me food. But I don't like this. I don't like leeching off of other people, and I realize now that I got too ahead of myself, and I don't regret it, because I know that it was a learning experience. But I just need to be a little bit more smart or wise about my decisions and be more strategic and plan a little bit ahead, because if I'm doing stupid shit like this, then it just pushes me farther and farther back from the person that I want to be. And the person that I want to be a strong person. I want to be a good father figure for people or guys or whatever, if I have kids, and I want to be dependent on myself. I don't want to have to depend on others to basically pay for my meal. And that's like the worst thing, when you have to ask for money from someone else, because then you put your dependency on them, and yeah, it's not really a good thing. And yeah, I don't like that. I don't like when I have to ask people for shit, because then, you know, like I'm a person that's, I guess, really controlling, and not in the sense that I want to control other people's lives, but in the sense that I want to have control over my own life and be dependent just on myself, and be dependent on myself for survival or anything that I do, and I want to have full control over the decisions that I make, and I don't want anyone to like tell me what to do. And just because I'm depending on them, you know, I should, and that's the worst shit ever, because then, you know, like I'm like, no, I want to do this, but then obviously that person is giving me money or giving me housing, and it's like, well, I should do what they say because they're helping me, and it's not a good feeling. So now I'm back at my grandma's, and I want to get back to a place where I have some money, I have a stable job. That's the first thing that I want to do, is have a stable job. And yeah, after getting a job, I want to make sure that I'm making consistent income. Like every week I'm making at least 200 to 300 euros, and then after that I want to start working on a business, which I already have planned, but I don't want to talk about it yet because it's not fully developed. And I want to get to a point where I'm making passive income every month for my business. And also I want to do some side things, but right now I want to keep my focus really strict, so focusing on only like one thing at a time, because what I used to do a lot is I used to take on like many different things at the same time, and it never works because I'm always like switching my focus between this and this and that. And yeah, it's better just to focus on one thing, get it completed, and get the basically the result that you want, and then move on to another focus. That's the best way to operate. So yeah, back at my grandma's, and yeah, life is okay. You know, my grandparents, they're pretty strict about traveling and shit like that, because now the virus, and I understand, so I need to like figure shit out, and so I have a little bit more freedom, but I gotta work with what I got, man. So that's it.